Hi Virgo, welcome to New Era. My name is Emma. Virgo, this is your love reading from today on the 18th of March and the upcoming near future. I've asked for your love story for the very near future. Instead of sort of putting an end date for 2 weeks, just saying like reasonably when this, how the love story looks for the majority of you for the very near future. So that could be like for the upcoming 3 weeks. It could even expand to in about like 3 months, depending on how fast you are. Okay, so I will just start to shuffle with this gorgeous deck, Mystical Wisdom. Okay, is that 1 or 2? 1. And Virgo, I had a very interesting read for you last week. It really stayed with me. I think it was one of the most profound readings that I've had in a long time that really shifted me as well. You sort of can't sit and listen into all that information without sort of feeling it yourself. And so I'm really grateful that the group that came together through you allowed for me to have that come. If you haven't listened to that reading, go check it out. It was from last week for your general reading, which, you know, there's no end date to that one either. So it's very much accurate. And now the love reading, let's see what comes out for you. Because if you're the same group who's attracted to this reading, that were attracted to the last reading, it doesn't necessarily have to be true, but for some of you guys, it will be true. And let's see what's going on here. So the first card that comes out, which is just absolutely gorgeous. You might have some sort of connection to the Leo. This wasn't the foundation card. The middle card was this card, I think. But this is the foundation for you. And if you listened to me before, you know that I say that unicorns and peacocks are our source light coming through with the soulmate connection. So this is your foundational. It looks a little bit dark. I don't know. Maybe you're good. Don't ask. The program reverses the image. There you go. But I promise I will read out the word for you if it feels like it resonates. Yeah, the unicorn. The unicorn card speaks about a soulmate connection. So Virgo, we're entering into a soulmate connection, which means that I'm probably connecting with you guys if you're separated or single. And if you are in a committed relationship, hang around for a while if you feel like you're still drawn to this, because I don't know exactly what's going to come out. So if you're drawn to this, there might be something in it for you. I just feel like it probably is more if you're separated or single. Okay? And this is so gorgeous. It's usually this card also comes out when the Taurus is involved, or Virgo, which is you. So it could be another Virgo, and Scorpio. So it's a beautiful, beautiful blend here with you having a connection with your soulmate. This is a soulmate connection happening. And the soulmate card doesn't come out unless it is a love story for the upcoming near future. So something is moving along here very fast. Then this next card. I love it. It's sensuality. It says sensuality on the bottom. Express your sensuality. And this is just you, Virgo. I feel like you've reached this place. And I mean, due to the reading that was going on last week, if you're some of the same people showing up here, I totally get why your cup is full. So this is you holding a cup here, and the cup is overflowing. You're no half cup or half empty cup or half full cup. You're a full cup. And I feel like you're starting to feel it. And for some of you guys, and you know, you can be a man and still be sensual. You can be a man and still have like that softer side, the sensual side to you. But I'm drawn to say that this is more for some of you women Virgos out there that needs to practice your Some of you guys this is not a skill that you're supposed to have or practice in order to attract your person. It's nothing like that. But there's something about feeling more sensual, having the right to be girly, if that triggers you, you probably need to feel a bit sensual. It is about allowing yourself to be soft, to be vulnerable, to be taken care of. And again, I hope I don't have to explain. I mean, the other reading is so in the back of my head. So it's like, well, if that's who you are, I don't have to explain anything to you. But I feel like I've touched a sensitive subject here for you. For some of you women Virgos, it's like you're strong, you know it all. We talked about last time, like the 0 point, the non-gravity point, that you're alpha and omega. Like you can express, you can manifest, you can just you manipulate the energy in a good way, which way, backwards, forwards, that you want. So you're such a powerhouse. But there's something about being so strong and being so independent that sometimes to make this 3D world relationship work, and I just have to say, it is a soulmate connection. So this soulmate knows what they're getting themselves into. Even though you're this powerhouse, even though you come as far as you've come, the person I feel that is coming in, if you're single, is just a pure match. And it's a bit of a play on words there with pure, but it truly is a pure match. It's a authentic match. I don't know how to describe the energy, but it's like clean. It's in alignment. It's in pure alignment with you. And there are some women Virgos out there that needs to practice another man or another woman coming into your life, whatever your sexual preference is, whatever your life partner preference is, that you're supposed to be with, and allow them to take care of you. It doesn't mean that you're not capable. It doesn't mean that you're lost your shit just because they want to be romantic or pamper you or hold the door up for you even. Like, it's almost like you say, I can hold the door up myself. What are you doing? Are you living in the 18th century? Like, this is now. This is can you join the now? It has nothing to do with that. And I feel like it's a sensitive subject for some of you. It's like you're a strong feminist and you can do it yourself. Yes, we know that. We know that. But you can also loosen up a bit. Sorry for sounding a bit harsh. But it's like, you're allowed to be taken care of. You're allowed to feel small. You're allowed to feel vulnerable and have somebody else come in and actually get you and actually understand that. What it feels like to be small. Okay, I'm getting a past story, but let me tell you this story and let me then reassure you why it's not going to happen in the future. So I feel like for some of you guys, you probably for a very long time have been this strong. You probably have, and this could also be for a man. You are probably really, really strong, and you're sort of almost always the one keeping things together. You're the one calculating things, preparing things, organizing things, and having your shit together. Like just being really on point with things. And so people around you really fast learn that you're the one to count on. You're the one that you can just count on you in whatever is going on. You can count on the Virgo. And then every once in a blue moon, that probably means something. Every once in a blue moon, like really rare, you have a meltdown. It might not even be a big one, but it's like today you're just not feeling it. Today you feel off. Today you're a bit sad. You're a bit low. You're out of it. You don't want to really interact with anybody else. So you feel like you want to withdraw a bit. And if people are so, I feel like for some of you then in the past, it may be even more people, but partners, previous partners that you've been with, if they're so relying on you, they're so reliant on you, that you're the rock, you're supposed to hold the fort down, like you're supposed to hold everything together. And when the super chief is sort of not holding it together, it's like it messes with the other person, if that makes sense. And so then they, instead of then all of a sudden be the rock, taking over like the responsibility, just being there for you, lifting you up, supporting you, inspiring you, it's like then you have a bit of an off day, and instead of feeling backed up, feeling supported in that, you're actually taking crap for it. It's like they almost get a bit pissed at you because where did my rock go? Where's my reliable Virgo at? And it's like, I'm right here. I just, one day out of 365, I thought I was a bit off, and I would just love if you could support that, or just, back off a bit today because I feel a bit off. And then they're just not having any of it. You're not with that person anymore, and the person coming in, peeking in here, as we can see, and it's so double meanings in everything I say. So pay attention to what I say, because I feel like I will not get everything that I'm saying, understanding that it's a double meaning. It's like reading between the lines. So this is something about lifting the veil. It's lifting the veil, but it's also lifting the veil, whatever that means. So the veil is getting thinner out there. I feel like there's a okay, that's another subject for another reading. But it's like this time around, they will get you. They because they're equally strong, so they never had to lean on you or rely on you for support to feel stable within themselves. So if you sort of waver a bit, they're still as steady. And therefore they can come in and be your support. And therefore maybe for the first time in your life, when you have an off day, or when you, not even an off day, maybe you start to have off weeks because you can. You feel like you can be more vulnerable because they won't turn on you because you're all of a sudden vulnerable and don't keep the whole earth together. But they're so strong in themselves, they're such a match to you that they're like, good on you, let me take care of all of this, go back to bed, or whatever that means. Like, so there's something with the sensuality, to just practice your more sensual side, your more vulnerable side. You're not holding the whole earth together side. It's okay to feel that way, because the person lifting the veil, the person coming into your life, gets you. Sorry, it doesn't really want to focus. Okay. Okay. And then the next part out is, there's something about being separated here. I just want to say, I read it out as being single and meeting this person, and I feel like this person is new for the most part. Can you say that? And for some parts, they're not new. I mean that for the majority of you guys, the person that you're about to meet is new to you. They're not new to your soul, because it's a soulmate. You've seen them a gazillion times before. But in terms of this lifetime, they're new to you. But there's some of you guys, not too many, that have already met this person, and because you were not at where you're at now, what you've grown into now, and they were not either at all. I feel like they were quite immature when you've met them before. I feel like you're currently separated, but will come back together. And you know from experience who this is, and you know by the feeling when I'm talking about this, whether you feel happy or sad. Like if you're like, oh, I can't deal, if they're coming back, then that's not it, that's not them. And you have a choice, you can say no thank you. But for some of you guys, this is like somebody that you knew, if we just mature a bit, this could be really yummy. Like it's almost like you are so strong to get back together, to find each other on this earth, that it's like you bumped into each other a bit too soon. There's no accidents in the universe, but it's like sometimes we can want something so strong that did we talk about this in the Virgo, or was that Gemini? I don't know. But just the whole that you can triumph, you can feel so strongly that you want something that the want is getting grander than the belief of having it. So you're wanting it to happen actually makes it happen sooner than you're ready for it. And I feel like for some of you guys, this has happened. You actually have attracted your soulmate earlier than you were quite ready for each other, and that's why you ended up in separation. I'm torn in this whole twin flame situation where people talk about karmic relationships, they talk about twin flames, they talk about soulmates. There's so many different labels. To me, it's just because there's like, well, the twin flame does that. The twin flame are a bit mean to each other, and then, you know, love is not mean, and definitely not from the point where you're coming. It's unconditional, but it's not mean. It's not nasty. It's not narcissistic. It's not sociopathic. It's none of that. So it's love or it's not, right? You can have met each other when you were not ready for it, and you could have said some bad things, and you could have acted really immature. But you feel if somebody's loving and immature, or if somebody's a narcissist. I hope you get the difference here, because I don't take these conversations lightly. And I'm not trying to say this is right or this is wrong. You obviously hold the responsibility for whoever you're supposed to be with. I just want to be a spokesperson of love, for love, and everything else just goodbye, you know? Okay. So the next card out is Archangel Gabriel. So it speaks a hell of a lot about children. So there's something significant about wanting to meet a partner, but maybe as significant for some of you guys, not for all, but for the majority, that you want to have kids. And I feel like, I don't know how to say this other than they're lining up for you. They're so waiting. So if you're feeling ready to have a child, if you feel ready, if you feel like it was your wanting, it was your wish for this time around in this lifetime, no matter your age right now, you might even be surprised that you're going to get pregnant, or that you're going to have a partner who's going to be pregnant, or that you're going to adopt, or that you're going to have a child in your life. Because I think that for some of you guys, you put that on the back burner. It's like you decided not to have it, not to go through with it, not to, like, that time sort of passed for you, but I feel like it didn't. And it's like whenever you're ready, they're lining up for it. They're wanting to be a part of your gorgeous union. So when you come together with your person, I don't think it's going to be too long before, if this is you, Virgo, or if this is your partner, I don't think that it's going to be a long time before they're pregnant. I'm just saying. Okay. Okay. What else around this gorgeous, gorgeous situation? Guys, you're bringing your soulmate in. And if you're really like at the place, if you're drawn to this reading and you're at the place where I felt around the last Virgo reading, this relationship is going to be something else. It's going to be everything. It's like you had a 3D relationship, or you had multiple 3D relationships. 3D meaning in the third dimension, like really earthbound, really it was about bills, it was about location, it was about, you know, all of that. And now it feels like this is a spiritual journey. It's a spiritual companionship. It's a beautiful love story in a different dimension, like in a whole other league. It's funny, it's very much the same. Boo! Get shivers. Wow. That's so beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna let you in on it. So basically, here's my Cinderella story for you guys. It's like, it says resilience, rise above tribulations. I'm not too drawn. I mean, I guess if you bring in the Cinderella story, that's what she did. But I'm not too drawn to the bottom word there. There's something with the blue moon there again. So you might want to look that up. I don't know when the next blue moon is or what that means. If that's some sort of significance for you. Blue moon. Anyway, Virgo. Yeah, Cinderella story. It's like, it literally is just almost saying the same thing that I already said. It's a Cinderella story where you sort of, in the past, you've, at midnight, all the pretend, all the fake, all the surface stuff that was sort of looking a certain way goes back to how it actually was. You drop the shoe, it's the other shoe drops, we can say. It's like it wasn't what it looked like to be. And then it's like, oh, and you feel defeated, and it's like it doesn't work out, blah, blah, blah. But it's a Cinderella story. So you will do it again and again and again. And you probably have, some of you guys probably have really tried hard when it comes to relationships. But this time around, it is the Cinderella story. And I feel like this time around with the card coming out next, really just is telling that this time around you will come to midnight and nothing will shift. Because the thing that you've been asking about, dreaming about, wanting is going to stay put. Your Prince Charming is going to find you and the shoe is going to fit. And there's no more shoe to drop. There's no more like, there's no more playing games. There's no more surface. There's no more shallow surface. There's no more unauthentic stuff going on. It's just pure authenticity, which at midnight will just, nothing will shift. You will have your prince or your princess, or rather your king or your queen, forever. And they live happily ever after. And with this card coming out after, 7 heavenly virtues, I just love it. Is with the star there falling, which means it's a wish fulfillment. So this relationship that you've been asking for, and it's so gorgeous. It's like you can't see where you start and the universe ends, or the universe start and you end. This is just you being personalized into form from the universe, from the star systems. It's so gorgeous. And there's something about like, yes, it's a wish fulfillment. This is the wish granted. You're gonna join forces. It's what it feels like with this soulmate. Yes, that's a given almost. But look at how many stars that are falling. Like there's so many wishes fulfilled within you guys coming together. So I feel like there's more things that all of a sudden, because they're coming into your life or you're coming into their life, there's other things that all of a sudden just falls into place because you guys come together. Maybe there's a joint passion for something, and all of a sudden something that you've been wanting forever is also being manifested because you guys figure something out together. Maybe the wish of having a baby all of a sudden comes true because they're coming into your life. Maybe moving to a bigger house, maybe whatever this is, or reaching a higher plane spiritually. And here for the first time ever, there's a partner really supporting you in this journey, because God knows, or you know, or whoever who wants to know, it's not that easy to be open and to be playful and to be spontaneous and really, really wanting to explore the spiritual side if you have a partner that is really against it. I mean, you can be as much unconditional as you want, but it is quite lovely when somebody is on your side. They don't have to be fully there as well. They don't have to want to do every exercise, want to listen to everything or experience everything that you want to experience, but there's a need for them to understand that that's your journey. But as I say that, I can't even say that, and that doesn't sit right. It just doesn't sit right with me. It feels like they're right there with you. They might even have things to tell you, Virgo. What? So there's several wishes fulfilled with them. It's like one strong wish fulfillment here. That's the major one. And due to their coming in, there's different wishes fulfilled as well. And then there's like little tiny ones that they're starting to move just because this big one has come in. And it's the 7 heavenly virtues, which just means that basically every area in your life is about to shift. So it is so gorgeous. Every area, Virgo, listen to this. Every area in your life is about to shift due to this loving relationship coming in. I rest my case. Then I'm using some angel answers card deck to just get some more, maybe some guidance, maybe some just more awesome things around this relationship. And then I'm stepping into the extended reading. So if this reading resonates with you, the extended probably will as well. So if you're interested in that, the link is in the description box. If not, it's completely fine. Oh, I got a bit dizzy. Excuse me. Double change. Double change. I hear double change. It says very clearly on the bottom, if you believe. Obviously, if you believe that this is going to happen, it's going to happen. But I'm not drawn to those words whatsoever. What I'm drawn to is this amazing star that I know it's I'm not going to use this card deck anymore because however beautiful this is, you can't really see what's going on because it's done with so light colors that it doesn't really come forth what's going on in the you somewhat see what's going on, but not really. But she's holding a star. She's just really she's holding it. It's in her control. And the star for me again is wish fulfillment, and the star can also be an Aquarius, that you're dealing with an Aquarius some way, shape or form. This is just you, and then double change. So there's something about you're making this wish come true. You're holding the wish in your hand. It's like you're in control over this situation, and the rest is timing, but you're in control of it. And I feel like you are believing. You're continue to believe, and for those who are not believing, you're strong-willed. So you're going to sort of will your way there. But it's happening anyway. It's happening regardless on where you are because the momentum has picked up so strongly, and it's time. It's time. I feel like these times after 2020 and people awakening and people needing help probably more than ever about guidance and what to do with their lives, who sort of don't trust their own guidance system yet, how you guys come in very, very strongly to be leaders, to be supporters, to be just really inspirational to other people, how you can lead your life, and then coming together with your person showing the same thing, like almost like a power couple leading the way in the most beautiful way. So I think that this double change, it feels like, yes, it's a double change. It's changed for you because you're going to meet this person and it's going to change things for you. But it's also going to change things for others because I feel like it's a ripple effect of you guys coming together. It's like whatever's going on for one is going on for all. So if there's a lot of fear going on for me, there's a lot of fear being spread around the world. But if there's also a lot of unconditional, pure love going on, and you're in it and you're feeling it, that's also going to be a ripple effect. And I feel like that's what it means with double. It's a double change. Take that to heart and also feel what it could mean for you. It's really windy here, and the wind for me speaks about change as well. There's also two snakes, and I wish you could see it, but there's two snakes. You don't see those. But there's two snakes there. And snakes for me also speaks about change. So there's a lot of change coming in for you guys. Obviously, meeting this person obviously is going to change things for you. Okay, I'm going to end the reading there. If you feel like this resonated with you and you want to know more about the story, I'm going to pull more cards in the extended if this is where we part ways. Thank you so much for listening, watching, and I hope to see you back in a week. Take care. Bye, Virgo.